icosanoid pathways, which can help change the inflammatory milieu in the body. I'm going to show just one slide that's quite a complex slide, but a very nice one that illustrates all of these factors. And this is a slide kindly provided to me by Drs. Wu and Mozaffarian. It's not published yet, but it's a figure in a review article that they're working on. It's the molecular pathways that are affected by omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids is the title. And I would note here that sometimes the term N3 is used. It's the same, means the same thing as omega-3, so they can be used interchangeably. The omega-3 fatty acids can have effect on cells outside of the, in the bloodstream actually. These are polymorphonuclear, are white blood cells. This is platelets. Platelets are the cells that get activated when you have a cut, and they initiate the process of clotting. The omega-3s, when they're on board, will reduce the stickiness of platelets and make your blood less likely to clot, which is a good thing to a point. There is no increased risk of bleeding in people taking omega-3s. That's commonly misunderstood, but that is the case from the randomized trials. We know that there's no increased risk for clinically significant bleeding. Within the cell, this now here is the cell membrane, and the cell membrane is a mixture of phospholipids that are on the outside and on the inside, the outer leaflet, the inner leaflet. The omega-3 fatty acids are part of this membrane when we eat them. When we don't, there's very few in there. There's always arachidonic acid in the membrane, and these long-chain important omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids are sitting in the membrane. They affect the actual fluidity. The way they've stated it here, they changed membrane fluidity, they modified different segments, and they alter protein function. The proteins that are buried in the membrane behave differently if the fluidity of the phospholipids around the membrane is affected. So that's one way we think the omega-3s, just by changing the flexibility of the membrane, it changes the function of many of these proteins. Within the cell, again, the omega-3s can be produce both arachidonic acid and long-chain omega-3, EPA particularly, can be used by cyclooxygenase enzymes, cytochrome P450 enzymes, and lipoxygenase enzymes to produce a variety of what we call active icosanoids, and that affects metabolism in a variety of ways.